3 ways to help a depressed friend. Number 1, listen to them. Let them know that you are aware that they are having a hard time. Ask them how they feel. Most of the time, they just want to talk and express themselves. Refrain from offering them advice. Ask questions to get more information from them instead of assuming that you understand what they mean. Validate their feelings and try to understand what they are saying without judging them. They may not feel like talking the first time you ask, so be sure to check back frequently on them to see when they are ready. Your presence is more important than your advice. Number 2, help them to find professional support. They may need more help than you can give. Find a professional counselor or therapist and encourage and support your friend to see a counselor. Counselors are experienced and have the skill sets that are required to help those who are depressed. Number 3, educate yourself about depression. The information surrounding depression is still very new, and it's likely that some of your knowledge is inaccurate or outdated. Since this area is fairly new, information can change frequently, such as the diagnosis procedures and treatment methods. 5 money tips for teenagers. Number 1, understand the power of time. You are probably not making a lot of money right now. The earlier you start, the much less you need to invest to hit your financial goals. Number 2, start a money saving habit. Once you form a good habit, you do not have to think about it. It happens automatically. Start small, save only 10% of your money, and later when you want to increase it, it will be easier to do. Number 3, track your spending. It's hard to know how much you are spending sometimes, and tracking it monthly allows you to have an overview of where you might be spending excessively and where you can cut down on. Number 4, get educated. New relevant information is always available, and the internet is one of the best places to learn it. Look for good channels, podcasts, or people to follow, and constantly update your knowledge. Number 5, talk about money. Talk to your family, your loved ones, and your friends about money. It can be an uncomfortable conversation, but talking about money is one part of a healthy relationship. You want to learn good habits from them, as well as help them to point out issues in their money management methods. Sound financial habits are an important foundation to any healthy relationship. Here are 5 tips to manage your struggles in adulting. Number 1, the society's definition of success is always 30 years outdated. There are many expectations from us. We should talk to those who care about us, especially our parents, and explain to them our plans and our own definitions of success. Number 2, giving up on comfort. Living in a comfortable place and a comfortable lifestyle is expensive. You may want to downgrade your lifestyle, stay somewhere further away. That's less convenient and save on rental. It is possible to eat cheaply or cook at home, but it will go a long way to reduce your expenses. Number 3, weekend out with your friends can be expensive. Be sure to check where your friends are going. This may be embarrassing for you at the start, but there is nothing more dignifying than staying out of debt. Number 4, making decisions on your own. You still can get help from your friends and family, and you need to make the final decision. Even if the advice is wrong, it is still your fault and you will need to figure things out. Number 5, while many people cannot understand the situation you are in, there will be a small group of people that do. Cherish that small group of people, and that is usually your friends or people from similar circumstances. How to deal with toxic people in your life. Number 1, if you feel bad around them very frequently, you need to know that you do not have to accept this treatment. Number 2, talk to them about their behavior. They may not realize that their behavior is unacceptable. Let them know your boundaries and where you stand. Number 3, make yourself unavailable. You can say that you are busy at work or you have meetings. This is an effective way to create some distance in a relationship. Number 4, don't get personal. You are not at fault. Understand that their toxic behavior usually reflects themselves. It may come from their previous bad experiences, and it is not your responsibility to fix them. Number 5, offer compassion, but do not try to fix them. They may have come to this situation due to their circumstances, and they may want a listening ear or someone to empathize with them. However, change has to come from within, and they must be ready to change. We can only provide guidance and support to a willing party. Number 6, move on without them. It is sad, but it's part of life. A healthy relationship is reciprocal. It means that there is give and take, but not in the sense that you are always giving and they are always taking. How to write a good business plan. The plan we will talk about today is called the Lean Startup Plan. It's a simple plan to start your business quickly, and it's meant for regular changes. There are 9 components in the Lean Startup Canvas, but today we will only talk about the 3 most important ones. Number 1, your value proposition. What is the unique value that your company gives to the market? What's different about you, and how does that help to solve their problems better? Number 2, customer segments. Who are you serving? Are they of a certain age, facing a certain set of problems, of a certain gender, or from a certain industry? Number 3, channels. How do you reach out to them? Is it online through social media or Google? Is it at an offline event? Or is it through a certain networking event or a group of people? When you first start off, these are usually guesses. After every try or trial, you will come back and you adjust these 3. Perhaps you found a more suitable group of people to serve, or maybe you found a more suitable problem. You will need to go through this process about 20 to 30 times before finding what we call the right product market fit. Here are 5 ideas to help you to find more fulfillment in work. Number 1, accept that being confused about your career choice is perfectly normal. We end up making no choice at all. This is called the paradox of choice. Confusion and fear is normal. Number 2, know yourself. Knowing what we want to do is not natural. You have to pay very close attention. Write down what we enjoy doing or making, and after a while, it will become clearer what we really love to do. Number 3, think a lot. It could take many years to identify a career that fits us. We need to recognize that choosing a dream career requires a very long period of thinking. Number 4, don't be afraid to try something. You never get it right on the first try anyway. But every disappointment, every failure is a data point that you can learn from, and it points you closer and closer towards what you really want. Number 5, reflect on what makes people unhappy. At the center of every business is someone else's problem. The bigger and more urgent the problem, the bigger the opportunity. This is a chance for us to serve, which is what work is really all about. Why do you need to read the nutritional labels? Number 1, you need to know whether it's fresh or whether it's going to expire. Take note that once the package is open, the expiry date is no longer valid and you should consume it as soon as possible. Number 2, it explains how to store, prepare or cook the food you buy. Store food products according to the food label instructions to ensure the best quality before expiry date. Number 3, it shows us the product ingredients. It is listed in order of weight. Food additives are usually identified as the last few ingredients on the list. You may want to pay attention to the food additives if you are avoiding certain additives. Number 4, it warns us of food allergens and common additives, and you should watch out for them if you are allergic to any of them. Number 5, it gives us information on where the food is produced and by which company. This is to enable food recalls. Number 6, it tells us which nutrients in what amounts are in the product. Number 7, it highlights to us the health claims and functions of different types of nutrients. Number 8, it informs us on healthier food products that we could look out for. In Singapore, there's a healthier choice logo, which means it's a healthier alternative. Is happiness an end goal? We often think that happiness is something achievable. Once I do this, I will be happy. We need to realize that happiness cannot be a goal by itself. When we do something useful for others or for ourselves, we feel happy. We feel a sense of joy. Happiness is a byproduct of being useful to others or for ourselves. If you don't know how, here are some ideas. Share what you have learned with someone else. Take your parents out for a meal. Start a meaningful project to help the society. Define your own version of success. It is going to be different from person to person. If you do not define your own version of success, someone else will define it for you, and you will not live as you like to. Commit fully to what you feel is right, and do not be distracted by other people's definition of success. The closer you behave towards what you feel is right, the happier you will be. Be grateful for what you already have, instead of complaining about what you don't have. Gratitude gives you more energy to do more in life. Things you should know about life. Number 1, life is unfair, and get used to it. Good and bad things can happen to all people all the time. Number 2, no one cares about your life. Have you bought new clothes or a new car? People around you may be curious for a few weeks, and then they move on. Live to please yourself and not other people. Number 3, you matter. Do not see yourself as only 1 out of 7 billion people in the world with little significance. You are just as important as everyone else and have a chance to contribute to the world. Number 4, unexpected things happen. Sometimes your careful plans will go up in smoke. Take risks, but have a backup plan. Always prepare for the unexpected. Number 5, your true friends rarely come after you succeed. When you become successful, there will suddenly be many people around you who also want to be your friends. Don't be deceived by this. Number 6, you alone are responsible for yourself. No one else will find success for you, and no one else can give you happiness. Number 7, your friends are just as important as your parents. Your friends may influence you more in the later part of your life. Surround yourself with people that reflect who you want to be in the future. Things you should know about life. There are no shortcuts in life. Everyone wants things fast today, now. No one wants things slow tomorrow or next year. Understand that there are no shortcuts in life. You will need to pay the price to get to where you want to be. Debts are poisonous. It's easy to buy things that you don't need using money that you don't have, and that's how you get into debt. The interest will suck away your future money. You will be tempted to waste time dwelling on the past. Most failures in life are because of dwelling on the past. Do not allow the past to affect your future. Learn from your mistakes and focus on what you want to do next and work towards a better answer. You will fail anyway. Life is about failure, and you will fail a lot more often than you succeed. We need to learn to accept failure, embrace them, and know that they are part of the path to success. You need to love yourself before you can love others. How you treat yourself is how you treat others. Thank you and I'm sorry are two important statements to go far in life. Learning to say I'm sorry when you hurt someone and thank you when someone helps you will go a long way to help you navigate through life. Trust people's actions and not words. Words are cheap and can be deceptive, but actions cost time and money and is usually reflective of their intentions. Is every relationship meant to last forever? In our lives, we enter and leave many relationships. Most of them end, and very few last forever. It is normal and natural for people to drift apart for many reasons. Most of these relationships are there simply to teach us something. It gives us the opportunity to grow and mature, and it allows us to learn more about ourselves, others, and relationships in general. This is difficult to accept, but what you need to understand is that most people are meant to be in your life only for a short period of time. When the relationship ends, we may hide away from others. We do not want anyone to see the pain and struggle that we go through, but someday this will make sense to you. You will feel better when you understand that it was never meant to last forever anyway. There is no need to wonder what went wrong, or keep reading the messages and looking at the pictures. You should learn to live again. Go out, do something fun, reconnect with your friends, make new friends. You will never know what will happen next, but you will not find out if you do not move on. Do not forget the lessons. You will all become clearer in the future. How to use reciprocity to get people to buy from you. Reciprocity is when someone does something nice for us and we feel a strong obligation to return the favor. For example, if your neighbor gives you a gift, you will feel obligated to give them something in return. This sense of obligation is very powerful. Here's an example. Some companies let you try their mattress free for 100 days. By the end of the 100 days, you will feel obligated to keep the mattress, even if you do not want to keep the mattress anyway. How you can implement this online is to give a small free sample to your customers, and they may feel obligated to buy your product later. What is the main purpose of social media for businesses? Brand awareness is the #1 goal for businesses on social media. The greater the brand awareness you have, the more audiences will be familiar with your logo, messaging, and products. It helps audiences to understand, recall, and become comfortable with your branding and your products. This makes sure that they remember you even before they are ready to research and make a purchase. If they recognize and think about you all the time, they are very much more likely to buy from your business than your competitors, which they are not as comfortable with. Nowadays, people spend more than 6 hours per day online. This makes the internet or social media one of the best places for you to get new awareness opportunities online. There are so many new apps for you to try out. Social media is also used to engage with your audiences, generate leads and sales directly, and increase traffic to your other online channels such as your website, Instagram, or Facebook pages. But none of them is as important as generating awareness.